Yo, what's going on YouTube? GZTV back with another one, and every single night I talk about the NBA games. Every single night. We haven't missed a night of the NBA season so far, I don't believe. Maybe. You can fact check me. I don't know, but yeah, 13 games were on tonight. Obviously, there were only 3 last night. There's only going to be 1 tomorrow night, so we're just going to talk about that game on video tomorrow night. But yeah, pretty big night here for basketball. Obviously, I'm going to start with my Celtics because they are my favorite team. We're talking about every game here. Wow. Jason Tatum is the league MVP. I'm just going to confirm that right now. Not just for now. Through 22 games, I've seen enough. I think Jason Tatum is the league MVP. That's all I'm going to say. So, Royal night in Boston. Jason Tatum scores 49. The Celtics hold off the Heat. They win by 13. Very good three-point shooting night for the Heat. Obviously, the Prince and Princess of Wales showed up. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce that country. I would apologize if it isn't. But, yeah, Tatum had to show out with the royalty and attendance. So, Celtics get another win. And now it's looking like through 28 games of the season, we're not going to have a double-digit losses, which is ridiculous. So, yeah, taking a look at the Miami Heat, I don't think the Miami Heat necessarily did anything wrong. I think they played a good brand of basketball, especially for not having Jimmy Butler. I don't really have obviously, I don't have complaints because they helped my Celtics win by not putting up as much points. But I don't, as a team in itself, I don't have any complaints for the Miami Heat for this game. I mean, Bam Adebayo put up 23 points, shot a 3, made it. You get a 22-point performance for Tyler Hero. He shot 33% from the 3, and then obviously a 23-point performance for Max Strus, who ended up with a 50% three-point percentage. Moving on to the Celtics, I mean, how are the Celtics this damn good? I don't know. It looks superhuman sometimes when I watch them play. It's actually ridiculous. But, I mean, Jason Tatum, 49 points, 11 rebounds. You get a 67% three-point percentage for the game. You get, you get a 60% field goal percentage performance from him. And then you look at Jaylen Brown, he put up 26. Jason Tatum put up 49 with 2 other teammates putting up 20+. I think that's enough to give him MVP right now. 26 for Jaylen Brown. And then off the bench, 21 points for Malcolm Brogdon. Again, I say this about a lot of players, but 6th Man of the Year candidate, shooting 70% from the field. I don't really have much to say about the game itself. Celtics obviously played the basketball they're supposed to play. Let's move on to 76ers. Cleveland, kind of a disappointing letdown of a game, but Cleveland's back on that dominant track they started off the season with. Karis LeVert scores 22 points. The Cavaliers beat the 76ers by 28. So, yeah, good bench performance scoring-wise for Karis LeVert. Darius Garland also scored well. He passed the ball around. Yeah, shout out to the Cavs. Didn't tune into this game that much. I watched like a good half hour of it, but it really wasn't much for me. I mean, my goodness, the 76ers played like shit. This is the worst game I've seen the 76ers play all year. Tobias Harris, through 20 minutes, he ended up with 3 points. Can we get a guy on this team right now? I mean, if you don't have a guy putting up at least 25 to 30 every night for this team, they're not going to win a game. And now you have a 3-3-1 stat line for Tobias Harris. Took 7 shots and missed them in 23 minutes. So that is obviously unfortunate. I kind of want to see the Sixers do decent. Obviously, they're still a good team in this league. They're 12-10, but yeah. 21-point performance. I mean, they didn't have to do much. This Cavs team didn't have to do much. All they needed was 21 points for Darius Garland off of 75% three-point shooting, and obviously off the bench, Karis LeVert played good as well. 22 points, 75% from 3. So, yeah, good team effort there for the Cavs. Moving on to the Hawks and the Magic. Trae Young and the Hawks stop a 3-game skid with a 17-point win over the Magic. Another game that really wasn't that good. Great scoring, great passing tonight out of Trae Young. 3-game lose streak, they snap it. Back on the right track just in time because, they're still a good team in this league as well. So, yeah, obviously the Magic are in rebuild mode, so they appreciate the Hawks winning games like this. Good performances here from some of these Hawks guys. You look at Clint Capella, he put up 20 points and 12 rebounds. He shot 90% from the field. You get a 30-point, 14-assist Trae Young performance. You get DeJounte Murray putting up 27. What more could you really ask for out of this Hawks team? Anyway, looking at the other side, The other team, Paulo Banchero had a nice little 20-point performance. You get a 22-point performance out of Franz Wagner as well, shooting 33% from the three. They have some really interesting lineups they're experimenting with on the Magic, sitting a lot of the guys that they think are actually going to be good in this league. Gary Harris, he's a vet. He's kind of had his shine with the Nuggets. He was scoreless in 17 minutes. Very interesting rotation. He missed 3 shot attempts. Look, we need more guys who can put up 15 to 20 on this roster if they want to win. But it is what it is. Wizards, Nets, my goodness. KD is just that fucking guy, okay? He is up there in the MVP conversation for me. I think he is easily top 5. I think. Personally, I think KD's top 5. He's had good night after good night. The Nets are finally looking like a good team. Yeah, Kevin Durant scores 39 points. The Nets beat the Wizards by 6. Third straight win for the Brooklyn Nets, and it's mainly because of Kevin Durant. They're a good team, I would say, right now in this league. I think the Nets should be considered a good team now. Obviously they're going against a somewhat mediocre Wizards team, but the Wizards still have guys that can go out there and play. You get a 25-point performance for Kuzma. You get 27.19 rebound performance from a very much improved from the Mavis version, Kristaps Porzingis, who shot 67% from 3. Bradley Beal put up 25. Obviously they have some weaknesses in their lineup. Monte Morris, despite his good days as a role player on the Nuggets, I guess I don't know what's happening to him. Obviously you need a guy like Monte Morris to be a double-digit scorer for the Wizards. I'm honestly more of a Wizards fan right now than the Nets. I've really liked what the Wizards have been able to put together this season. 4-3-4 is just not going to cut it for a starting point guard in this league. Didn't make a single 3, only shot 33% from the field. It is what it is. Monte Morris, hopefully he improves for future games. But looking at the Nets side, because, you get a 39-point performance for Kevin Durant. He shot 67% from 3, 65% from the field. And, of course, without Ben Simmons, these guys were able to win. Kyrie Irving, 27 points, 33% from 3. So, pretty impressive stuff. We'll have to see. I'm excited to watch this Nets team moving forward. So, shout out to them. Bucks and Knicks, surprisingly close game. It's cool to see. Although the Knicks aren't really a good team, it's cool to see them keep games close. But Grayson Allen and the Bucks hang on after Giannis Antetokounmpo fouls out. They edge out the Knicks. It was looking scary at first. Giannis Antetokounmpo, despite playing good in every side of the ball, scoring, rebounding, passing. Grayson Allen, man, 30 seconds left. This guy pulls up, hits a tie-breaking three-pointer, and yeah. The Grayson Allen came up huge. Why is there a fly in my room? That's fucking gross. Fuck off, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. I'm probably gonna get bit by it, goddammit. But, I really want to smack the fuck out of this stupid ass fly. If it bites me, I'm gonna be pissed. But, you look at this Bucks team, you get 3 good performers here. Giannis put up 37 points at 13 rebounds. You get a 22-point performance for Drew Holiday through 40% three-point shooting. Off the bench, Bobby Portis being a spark for this team as always. 10 points, 12 rebounds, 50% from 3. So yeah, Bucks are still a damn good team. But shout out to the Knicks. They definitely kept it close. 15 points, 20 rebounds from my boy Mitchell Robinson. You get a 26-point performance for RJ Barrett. He shot 50% from 3. As far as their struggles, Quentin Grimes, putting him in the starting lineup, he's definitely struggled a little bit. But I have faith in him. He could be a 10 to 15 points per game type of guy if he picks it up a little bit. He only shot 25% from the 3 tonight, played 34 minutes, ended up with 7 points and 5 rebounds, and damn near fouled out. So, yeah, maybe a little bit more out of Quentin Grimes would be nice, but it is what it is. Can't be perfect. But, yeah. Grizzlies, Timberwolves. Wow, this is a pretty big win for the Timberwolves. Yeah, man. Anthony Edwards sparks for Karl Anthony Towns less Timberwolves. They win by 8 over the Grizzlies. Great scoring for Anthony Edwards, but not just good scoring, great defense as well. On ball, at the rim, everything, you name it. Big plays for them on the defensive end. First game of an extended absence for injured Timberwolves star Karl Anthony Towns. They're definitely going to have to adjust. Karl Anthony Towns is out for a while, and they're with Karl Anthony Towns a mediocre to bad team in this league. So they're going to have to figure some shit out. Let's look at the Grizzlies first, though. 16 points, 11 rebounds for Jaren Jackson. He ends up shooting 50% from the field. You get a 24-point performance for Ja Morant. He shot 50% from 3. Colin Carr, are we sure this should be a guy starting in this league? They're still missing Desmond Bane, so that's kind of something you can attest this to. You can't really expect Colin Carr to be like a 15-plus point per game scorer. You can definitely expect that, though, out of Desmond Bane. And when you have your starting shooting guard only shooting 20% from the 3, there's definitely a problem there, but is what it is. Moving on to the victors, the Timberwolves. We get a 15-point, 10-assist performance for D'Angelo Russell. 29 points for my boy Anthony Edwards. He shot 33% from 3. Off the bench, 24 points for Jalen Nowell, who has continued to be a big piece for this team. He shot 40% from 3. So Jalen Nowell being kind of like a diamond in the rough for this team, allowing them to at least be an average team in this league right now. So Raptors Pelicans, pretty solid game here actually. Zion Williamson scores 33. He powers the Pelicans past the Raptors. They win by 18. Yeah, great game for Zion Williamson. Scoring the ball, playing defense, playing good on ball, making plays at the rim, played phenomenal. Trey Murphy, good 3-point shooting for him, scoring night overall. So yeah, these two are kind of leading a really good Pelicans team. So we'll have to see what Willie Green and his squad can do moving forward. Let's look at the Raptors first because Pascal Siakam ends up with 23 points, 50% from the 3. Off the fucking bench, guys. Gary Trent, 35-point performance. He shoots 60% from the field. Sometimes you think you should put him in the starting lineup, but then you put him in the starting lineup and he ends up shooting like fucking 30% from the field. I don't know. It's weird. He's a very streaky player. It's been a problem all of his NBA career. It'd be nice if, a veteran guy like Thad Young would play a little better for this team. Obviously we need more 20-plus point scorers. If you want to beat a team, I don't think there's anything to worry about in Toronto. I think they're still maintaining a good season, in all honesty. You get a 2-1-1 stat line. He shot 50% from the field. Maybe they should give Thad Young a little bit more of chances. I know it's a short-term thing to have him starting, or is it? I don't know. Chris Boucher should honestly get some tries at the starting position. Maybe they've done it in the past. I'm not really sure, but taking a look at the Pelicans, good game here. 33 points, 10 rebounds for Zion Williamson. I think he shot, I want to say he shot like fucking 80% from the field. Very efficient night for Zion. You get 16 points, 13 rebounds out of Valanciunas tonight. 40% from 3, 50% from the field. 26 for the boy Trey Murphy. 50% from 3. So yeah, shout out to the Pelicans. Still have a lot of fucking games to go. Let's move on to Spurs and Thunder. Kind of a shit game, kind of a tank game. Let's see what team does worst. And honestly, are the Thunder really tanking at this point? They're 4 games under 500. Like, it's far from over for them. But Jalen Williams scores 27 points. The Thunder push the Spurs skid to 9. The Spurs have now lost 9 straight games. Before this, they were 6-7. Now they're sitting at 6-16. Obviously, first of a decent amount of game. First of a select handful of games where the Thunder didn't have Shea, but they took care of business. Jalen Williams' imitation was good enough. That's funny. Oh, man. Yeah, shout out to the Thunder winning without Shea. I think they can actually contend for a playoff spot. Obviously, they might not want to because they're still in the rebuild phase trying to develop people, but looking at the Spurs side of the ball first, things first, we get a 25-point performance for Devin Vassell. He shot 50% from 3. My most improved right there. We'll talk about another guy that could potentially win most improved this year. Zach Collins, I really wish he'd play a little bit better for this team. We need him to put up like 15 to 20 a night. They want to win games. That's a lot to ask for him. I mean, he did shoot 33% from 3 and 67% from the field, but 9, 3, and 6 isn't going to cut it for a team, for a starter on a team that's lost 9 in a row. We need to start seeing improvements. But looking at the Thunder, yeah, Jalen Williams, 27 points. He shot 67% from 3. Looking damn good out there. 23 points for Lou Dort as well. 14 points, 14 rebounds for Josh Giddey. Good job, Thunder. I'm proud of you guys. Rockets, Nuggets. We knew this wasn't going to be a good game. We have a tanking Rockets team. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic guide the Nuggets to a 20-point victory over the Rockets. Man, this Nuggets team's good, aren't they? They really are. Jamal Murray, great scoring, and Nikola Jokic jump starts the game with a bunch of assists in the first half. Cruise to a win. 4 straight wins. Things are looking really good for this Nuggets team. But looking at the Rockets, Alperen Sengun, he had 18 points, 11 rebounds. He shot 67% from the field, had a really nice dunk. You get a 23-point KPJ performance. Obviously, Eric Gordon, as the veteran, he kind of needs to lift this team up. We need another guy that can put up 20 to 25 points a game on this Rockets team. Again, that's just hypothetical. I know there's not guys... These guys don't really care to win games, but it is what it is. You didn't make a single three, only shot 25% from the field, and put up 2 points in 19 minutes. Maybe do a little bit better, I don't know. They probably don't want him to do better, though, that's the thing. But Aaron Gordon, very underrated player on this Denver squad. 20 points, 50% from three. You get a 17-point, 12-assist performance for Nikola Jokic off of 67% three-point shooting. 26 for my boy here, Jamal Murray. He shot 67% from three, and he also shot 60% from the field. So very efficient stuff there. Nuggets looking pretty nice. Obviously, it's not the greatest team, but Bulls and Suns, my God, what is happening to the Suns this year? They just continue to get massacred. Devin Booker scores 41 points in 3 quarters. The Suns beat the Bulls. Very mediocre defense early. Very mediocre defense. Devin Booker definitely taken over. Obviously, he didn't need to put up fucking 51, but he just did to show how bad the Bulls defense is. Just kind of showing the rest of the league. DeMar DeRozan, though, 29-point performance. You get 21 for Levine as well. Pat Williams, I really want to see this guy do decent. But in order to beat a guy putting up 51, you need this guy to damn near put up 20. Williams. I mean, he played 28 minutes, took 8 shots, missed them all. Definitely needs to be better for this Bulls squad. Looking at the Suns side of the ball, you get a 30-point, 14-rebound performance for DeAndre Ayton. And obviously, if that's not enough already, let's rub some salt in the wound, shall we? 51 points for Devin Booker. Only missed 1 3-pointer the entire game. And he ended up with 80% field goal shooting. Field goal percentage, whatever. So yeah, shout out to Devin Booker, really big performer in tonight's games. Let's move on to Clippers and Jazz. Jordan Clarkson scores 33. The Jazz beat the Clippers to snap a 5-game skid. What a good game to win here. Obviously, the Clippers aren't great, but they're honestly looking really hot right now. 2 good teams here, honestly. These 2 teams are pretty good teams in the West. Best scoring night for Jordan Clarkson this season. Also passing the ball. Big 13-point victory. So, snapping a losing streak. That's some big momentum for the Jazz, who started the season hot, and now they're still good now. I would still call the Jazz a good team now, but you look at the Clippers, you get John Wall putting up 26 off of the bench, but the starters really struggled. Amir Coffey, he played 19 minutes. He shot 33% from 3, but 25% from the field, and he put up 5 points. We could try to get this guy 15 to 20 points. This would be a solid squad, but it is what it is. Not the best game for the Clippers, and you gotta think they still have 3 chances, 3 more games they could probably rest, like Kawhi and PG, like at the worst. Like if they can win against a couple bad teams, they can probably just continue to rest the guys. But keeping it at 500 would be a good standard here. Good game for the Jazz. I'm not going to overshadow that. 23 points for future All-Star Lauri Markkanen. You get 14 points and 12 rebounds out of Jared Vanderbilt. He shot 70% from the field. 33 points for Jordan Clarkson. 21 for Colin Sexton. So happy they decided to make the move to start this guy. 50% from 3. Good job for Colin Sexton there. Pacers Kings. Expected this to be one of the better games of the night, but holy shit, are the Kings just that good? Both of these teams are good too, but the Kings are just that fucking good. Malik Monk and Harrison Barnes score 22 each. The Kings beat the Pacers. Great scoring nights for Harrison Barnes and Malik Monk, starring in a good effort tonight. 23-point victory. Very statement win. 3-game losing streak for the Kings. They snap in very prominent, very dominant fashion. You look at the Pacers here, you get a 22-point performance for Jalen Smith, who's been playing his ass off this year. 80% from 3, 80% from the field. I think this guy could be really damn good, honestly. And off the bench, Benedict Mathurin, 22 points. Miles Turner, we know that he has more in him. He just has got to kind of show us. He's been known to put up 25 and 30 points, honestly. But, 4 points and 6 rebounds isn't going to cut it. Not making a single three-point jumper. We need better minutes out of Miles Turner if the Pacers want to win this game. My stomach is churning. Domantas Sabonis, let's talk about the Kings. Domantas Sabonis, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 50% from 3. Harrison Barnes, 22 of his own, 67% from the field. And off the bench, man, 6th Man of the Year candidate up there with probably Malcolm Brogdon and Jalen Nowell right now. He put up 20 points. He shot 50% from 3, 67% from the field. So shout out to the Kings. Very successful organization this year, which is great. Trailblazers, Lakers, I thought this was going to be a lot closer of a game than it is. A mediocre team playing a bad team in this league right now is what we have here with this game. But, 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had a cough. LeBron James gets 31 in the Lakers, 19-point win. The Damian Lillard-less Blazers. Obviously, the Blazers have been playing a couple of games without Dame Lillard, and they haven't been playing bad, but they've also haven't been playing really that good either. Great game for LeBron every step of the way. Scoring, passing, rebounding. Austin Reeves has his best scoring night of the season. Very heartbreaking loss to the Pacers, and the Lakers wanted to get that redemption, so I'm glad to see them do that. But looking at the Trailblazers first, you get a 21-point performance for Justice Winslow, not missing a single three-point shot. 10 points, 10 rebounds for Watford. He shot 67% from the field. 27 points for Jeremy Grant, 40% from the field. And you get a 22-point performance for Anthony Simons. They had 4 really good scorers, and somehow they lost. Obviously, as much as I appreciate Jusuf Nurkic as a big man for this team, going 25% from the field and not making a single three is really not going to help this team's efforts. He only ended up with 8 points and an assist. Sorry, I had to take a pause. I have like a nasty cough right now. I don't know what's happening. But, yeah, I don't have anything to say. Jusuf Nurkic, do a little bit better. Honestly, if he doesn't put up 25 to 30 against a finally efficient Lakers offense, like one of the most efficient performances from an offense I've seen, or from a Lakers offense. 27 points, 12 rebounds for Anthony Davis, 50% three-point shooting. LeBron James, 31 points. He shot 75% from the three, 67% from the field, and we have a 22-point performance. Anthony Reeves, 40% from the three, 70% from the field. That's all I have. I have to finish watching this Face-Off movie because I will be reviewing it on the channel tomorrow. I have a quiz and an exam tomorrow, so wish me luck. Big testing, so kind of unfortunate, but I'll still be here to make some content for you guys. Don't worry. I should be passing all my classes besides Calc, of course. I already dropped that, but yeah, that's just an update. I'm out, guys. Metro Boomin's album's coming out this week.